Alright, so this is going to be the part 2 of answering the questions that somebody asked me in an email thread. And this question was, how did I find the environment, the tools, and the people? And again, I am talking loud because I am literally like at work. So, sorry. Okay, so I want to answer first with the environment. I want to preface this by saying I have anxiety, like literally diagnosed. So me having a job in general or doing anything, it's like heightened. So I always, I'm always like overthinking stuff already. So I'll start with the fact that I got interviewed by not only my department, but I got interviewed for a different position, which was for janitorial, which we call EVS, and I wanted to do that. So I got to see how other people were in other departments, and it was actually, I was so comfortable, and it was okay, it was just like, it wasn't, I was nervous, yes, but it was like, they were really chill and friendly, I should say that. And again, that's just one department, but I did get to meet HR. You go to HR first, and then you go interview with the department with who is in charge, your lead or something like that. But everyone was very nice and friendly. I was talking, and they it was like, okay, like for me being in a hospital, even interviewing for my first time, it wasn't bad. Like I didn't feel intimidated by anyone that I had met or encountered when I was interviewing. So when it came down to my interview, like my boss, she was not available at that moment because she wears so many hats. She's like, it's just like so many things going on that she wasn't available for that exact moment. So when I got interviewed, it was for my lead, one, and two, it was also the lead like in surgery, and also like one other person. We were just like talking and stuff like that. Of course, they actually like interviewed me, but then we were just talking and just getting into things, and she was telling me things, just information and stuff like that from the first day. Like she was like, yeah, we got these books, resources, if you need this, we need that. I like, you do have any questions, we can show you. I had a tour because I got gowned up, and they showed me everything, like, hey, this is that, this is that, this is where we do this is where we do that. And they were very informative on my first day, like, and that was it. I'm sorry, my interviewing, but first day being here and being in this department and meeting them, it was a really wonderful experience. Like I felt like at home, if that makes sense. Like, like I've never had that feeling of when I got a job, like, oh, like I'm here. But it was like, oh, like I'm here, like I'm here. So when that had happened, obviously I'm feeling great about it. With I got friendly faces, because when you go to those departments, you see those people, it's always like, hey, this is Tail, like, hey, this is Tail, like, nice to meet everybody. You can meet those people. So it's like always like seeing a face. But in general, when it came to just, again, never worked in the hospital at all, like on my first few days, like just not knowing, again, it's a hospital, you don't know everybody. Just because you've met people from different departments doesn't mean it's the same. But generally, I kept seeing so many smiles. Like, it's just like a thing here. Like, you smile, you say good morning, you say hello, people talk to you. It's so, like, I'm getting like good goosebumps. It's just so refreshing because, like, again, I was so scared, I was so intimidated. Again, not because of the people that I had met, but because I had never worked in a hospital before. Like, I don't even know what's going on. It's, again, one of those situations, I don't know what I know. I don't know what I don't know. And it was just like, I'm so lost. Like, it's just, I'm so lost because, again, my department is secluded. Like, we have our own bathroom, locker room on both sides. Like, we have everything we need, really. And we don't have to deal with patients directly. And we only really talk to surgery and linen and stuff like that. Like, it's more that you can talk to and do, of course, but just in hindsight, for me, we're kind of like stowed away or locked away. Or not really, because we're with people, but I don't deal with people, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So me getting that experience, like even like when I go out to get lunch, I'm secluded. So how do I feel when I go out of my department? I feel welcome and at home. And again, like, you see so many people, and you having a schedule, you work at a hospital, you do, like, again, when I do my pickups and stuff or things like that, you see these same people because we're running around like the same schedule. And that's also a way that I've just met people. It starts off like, hey, hello, how are you doing? But you see people so much, like, that it's kind of like a, like, hi, how are you? Okay, what's been going on? You work this weekend? It turns into that, and it's happened with so many people, that with so many faces, it's just like, I feel welcome. Again, with anybody, you are going to have that little percentage of people who are, that aren't really so nice, and that's just how people are. Like, you can't really change that. But as far as like the environment, again, it's just, I'm saying my experience, but I'm pretty sure it's probably generalized for a lot of people, or it should be the same, but it definitely is a really, really welcoming environment, like overall, yes. And there are like many times, like, again, there is just specific people. Like, I've heard stories of doctors who literally don't speak to people, who walk past, who let the door hit you, not like currently, but just like on the thing of like, that's just how people are. Also, my boss did take me on a tour around the entire hospital, to each department, to all the interims and everything like that, so I could like meet everybody and stuff like that and see faces. And that also is something that did help, because no matter where I go, I walk around, I see a familiar face, and it's just like a smile and a wave. Okay, I know I just talked about that for like 5-6 minutes, but that is one of the things that really impacts, like, my learning journey, or like how I feel in a space or a setting. Because if I don't feel safe, I can't learn. But that's just like in general. But when it came to people in my department, I literally have nothing but wonderful things to say. It was never a moment where it was like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing and I feel like I can't ask this question. No, it was always, I always felt comfortable asking questions. I always felt comfortable asking the same question 50 times over, always. So when it came to stuff like that, first of all, just don't be nervous, don't be afraid. I'll kind of go more on that, but like, not to be afraid to ask questions. But literally, the environment in my department specifically is the reason why I am so far or comfortable as I am, because of the people that I work with. Like, I can't really emphasize it enough, because that's literally the one thing that kept me so happy and just eager to learn, because I had people who were willing to teach me. They never once had like no bad attitude, nothing, like nothing. And I work with older women. They're not old, but like they're older women, because I'm 21. Like, they're like 30, 40, 50, 60, stuff like that, and it's only 3 other one of them. So it's like, not only like we're all women, they're older, it's like a sense of like, it's just like one of those, to me, like I'm safe, like like I'm safe in general, like just their personalities and who they are and how they are as my teachers and mentors when it comes to this stuff. Just wonderful, because no matter what, every single time they get a chance, they're telling me about something as far as like information, or reiterating something they know I have issues with, or just guiding me in general. So it's literally like a win-win for me. But also, you have to realize, like, there are bigger hospitals, or you might work with 50 people. Well, not saying in general, or like really, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I work with 3 other people. There's 40 people in my department. You might work with 20 people. You might work with 15. You might work with 5. Like, I don't know. But don't be afraid to ask questions. Just kind of get that sense of like, hey, just let me, I don't know, if you feel uncomfortable, or if you feel like, hey, like, I feel like I'm going to ask a lot of questions. Of course, someone's going to know that. But if you feel like, let me say something to this person to ease my mind on me being annoying or irritating, kind of like, what, I just, I don't know what is going on. Like, not saying how I'm saying it, but like, I don't know what's going on, but like, I am wanting to learn. I do like to ask questions, and just stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna appreciate that. The person who is training you, I'm pretty sure, like, it should not be an issue. But again, everybody is different, and I know I see how long this video is, but I don't know, the environment of this whole hospital impacts how it impacts like my learning, just overall work experience, anything is very important to me. So I feel like I just talked about it a lot instead of making it was supposed to be a part 2, answering like little sub questions, but I'll answer about the tools and what do you say, like, what was it, the tools and I did environment and people. Okay, there we go. So I did it. Okay, so the other question was tools. So I'll just do a different video that is on tools specifically, because this one has like a minute left, literally. But I hope that my rambling is not sounding like rambly, and it is giving you the information that you need, because again, it's just my experience. I don't really know how to set up and talk about it, but overall, I love the environment I come in. Again, I get mad sometimes, not like from personal life, and I come in to work in like that environment, like someone just smiling or saying anything to me, it makes me feel better. So for the environment and people, I'm going to have to give it a 99.9%. And that 1% of people, which is literally like 2 or 3 people out of my whole 5 months, where it's like they might have not said something back, or I might have took something as like, okay, I see, I just can't speak to that person or something like that. But with my department, I'm learning great, and I'm having fun, and I'm comfortable, and I love it here. So that's my experience on the environment and the people.